Hey, my name is William Marion, but a lot of people call me Billy. I come from a town 45 k's north of Mogumber called Mora. My and Pop came down here about 12, 13 years ago to take over this place. And my Nana Pop was born here. Then my Pop was taken to New here, my Nan stayed here. And my great grandparents and my great great grandparents were born here, buried here. I feel connected here. I feel like this is my only home that I knew. Besides Mora, besides Perth where I live. But I'll always come back to this place because this is where my grandparents belong and this is where they're from. Come and see Mogumber with us. Come on. This is Shanaway, our last paddock, about 13,000 acres that we run. Good views. Special place to us because of the rocks. And this is most place that we come spotting and catch our kangaroos. You can see down there. It looks that thick. This is our swimming spot. We come here often. Every time we come to the river, we chuck sand in the water because we believe that we have a woggle in the water and he looks after our river and we respect him by chucking sand in there. And us by chucking sand in there, that's let us like we ready to go in and we allowed to go in. Like if we chuck sand in and we go fishing and we don't chuck sand in, then things start happening that shouldn't happen. Oh. This is Round Pool. It's a sacred place to Mogumber and all of us. There's a snake here that we call the woggle, and it protects, this is where he lives. And the old people said that there's gold down here and there's a big cave, and a long time ago my Pop from the desert, Jigalong, he come in his tribal way and stole the gold. Then that snake went all the way back up there and stole it back off him and bring it back here. And he lives here, right here in Round Pool. This is where he stays, and he protects our river. That's what I got told by my Nan and Pop. And one time they said a Wajula man or someone went down. He had a gas thing and he went down the river, went down diving, and he never come back up. They never found his body. So he must be down, dead. Yeah, but I like it here. Now I'll hand you over to my Nana Pop and tell you a bit about Mogumber.
Yeah, my grandmother, she came from the northwest. Like she was a lady from the Murchison, Yurrican, Mullawar, Yalgoo, Mount Magnet Way, and she'd been brought here with 6 kids, and she ended up having one here after. And she'd been brought down here in 1924, and she ended up dying in 1925. And you know, it's a shame that coming here, being taken away from her homelands, and been brought here for that little while and dying and leaving 7 kids behind. She came in 1924 and died in 25. And my mother and her, the rest of her siblings, like her sisters and brothers, they lived there and they only knew Mogumber as their own. Because my mum was born here when she was 4, and she had two brothers after that, and there were 7 of them. And they were left behind, they were made state wards, you know, by the government, with the government policies taking Aboriginal kids away. And the government don't want to admit that they done wrong. They don't want to admit that they are doing wrong today, like withholding back of native title, which are still making us suffer. See, when I was made a state ward, I was 12, and I got sentenced to 6 years till I was 18, in made a state ward. And there was one of my baby sister, she got 18-year sentence. She was made a state ward and she belonged to the government for 18 years. And when we got taken away, she weren't even born. She was still there in the oven, waiting. And it's, you know, we suffered through that. There was my mum's mom and us. That's 2 lots of people. And with this place here, a lot of our families, like my family, my poor old uncle Edward Ronan, he said this was the best days of his life in being in this place. And I think it's about time that the government look at this place for Aboriginal people, let them run the place, and let them try and do what they do in the suburbs of Perth or something like that. You know, we have a Lord Mayor there being a boss. I think we can do it, you know, because we've got kids who are having big problems out there. We've got dope all over the place. And we want to create work for our own people. We don't want to be going working for someone else when we've got land and we developed this land. I've been here for 12 years now and I love this place.
I too also would like to, like William, would like to say something about my grandmother. She came down here with her 6 siblings also, and she died here too. She died about 18 months after she came down. So, and she left her children behind, and they also said that this was the best times of their life here. This is the only home that they ever knew, this Moore River Native Settlement. And William and I would like to make this into a place where it belonged to everybody, because everybody suffered here. And I really think maybe with the help of ATSIC or any government departments, that we should get this place up and running, because I suppose we don't want to look at the negative side of it, but there is problems in the towns and the cities with our kids. And it's not the young kids only, it's the older kids. And I mean, if we could bring them here to, maybe they feel bored with not working and being on the dole, we could build our own little empire. Farming is not farming anymore. I think you have to have diverse farming where you could have everything, all sorts of programs. And I'd like to see this place here, this Mogumber Mission, Moore River Native Settlement, or Mogumber Farm, become something, be a, like for a pilot program for Aboriginal people, where we have the Mary Banks, we have the Wanderings, and there's a place called Rowlands, where Aboriginal people, like the kids used to stay, and even the adults. Maybe this could be a pilot program for those missions. But I really think that if the kids were brought here, they'd have a better life, because they could learn their own traditional ways of fishing and maybe hunting, and learn some other skills as well, such as farming, and learn how to drive a tractor, because that's a lot of kids used to do that before. And I would like to also see this place as a where white people can come and learn Aboriginal history too as well, like a cultural awareness courses can be taught. And I'd also like to see us have a school here and a shop, but that'll be later on down the track. We have a business plan, we have a community layout plan, so I think we've got to revisit all those things, but if we've got that, we're stepping in the right direction. And I really think that we can, both sides can enjoy it, open it up to the wider community as well.
I've got to go now. Mogumber Day is starting. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later.